What I want to talk about just real quick is why I really like Signalwave. Signalwave, Weathersoft, even Climate Wave. I put all three of those kind of together as they kind of give off the same feeling, sort of, although just in a different topic. So obviously Signalwave, what is Signalwave? I guess I would describe it more of as it's just taking radio, TV, commercials, and like looping it in an undertone that's very similar to Mallsoft in a way, but also adding in the static, adding in the faint echoes and faint access of the radio waves, I suppose, or even the TV waves before TV may have been digital. And part of that, you kind of get a lost signal, and I think that's kind of why they call it Signalwave. I know a lot of people relate Signalwave to like sound collages. But there's definitely a different feel, and I kind of touched that on previous daily news. I don't remember exactly which album it was, but there is definitely a distinct feel between Signalwave and sound collages. And sound collages almost is like a mess of noise. And that one Vectroid album where it's got Amaru, I believe, on the front from Gundam, where the first track is like brop, 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 brop. That one is a very good example of what sound collage is, right? It's kind of pushing Vaporwave way to the fringes, to a point where it's almost like it's an experience more than a musical experience, I suppose. Whereas Signalwave, it kind of actually does draw on some emotions. And unfortunately, my favorite Signalwave artist, his name is in Japanese, so I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I'll definitely put it in the show notes. But I own one of his cassettes, and it's called Scenery. And that was my first introduction to Signalwave. And what that album gave me really was this connection, this feeling of a time whenever radio was the most predominant, I guess, form of media. And, because this is a Japanese title and how Vaporwave kind of works is there's a lot of draws from Japanese. Yeah, most of the radio is in Japanese, and I don't really understand what they're saying, but there is a certain feel to it. And so it kind of reminds me of a rainy day. Actually, there's this scene in a Ghibli film. Which one is it? Is it Kikyo's Delivery Service? I don't remember exactly which one. She has a red radio, and she's sitting on the grass, and the grass is moving perfectly to the wind. And it's just like a fall or summer breeze that, now of course there's going to be noise, that kind of just draws on the playfulness of life, whether it's through childhood or adulthood. And having the radio next to your head where you can just get rid of all worries and lose yourself into whatever the program is, whether it's music or even a talk show. And throwing on Signalwave for me kind of does that. Although it might be low in quality and sometimes the albums are more repetitive commercials, there's still something there in which, maybe because of the sound or even the conversation, it's an older generation of radio or commercials that just won't exist anymore. It could just be talking about, like in Weathersoft, just radio, just weather that existed in the 80s or 90s. How cool is that somebody decided to take that and turn it into music or an album? So I just want to say real quick that everyone that hit me up at 100% Electronicon, that talked to me or said hello or, I gave a sticker to, just want to say thank you guys so much for pointing me out. I think that's just incredible that people even noticed my face. I think I had to have met 100 people that day, and it's just pretty crazy to me. So there goes the banging of commercial construction. Until next time, cheers.